Hello, hello, hello. Today is Wednesday, the 27th of September, and today was pretty simple. I didn't do really didn't do much. I just shorted a lower high today. I made sure at the beginning of the day today, just verified that we were in a downtrend, and the higher time frames are, I mean, super clear. Anything from 4 hour to 30 minute to 1 hour to 30 minutes. Just clear downtrend, trying to keep things as simple as possible. And I am trying to only trade, as of right now, anything that follows the trend. I'm working on a lot of supply and demand, basically just shorting from supply, just because I'm not trusting any demand zones right now, considering we are in a downtrend. But I did was looking at the 5 minute from this morning, and what I was keeping an eye on was the overnight high on MNQ, which was 14,796 right here. This is the overnight or morning session. Was keeping an eye on that level, and the reaction this morning off of it with this pretty large wick that we had, I was pretty confident after seeing that we weren't going to be moving up, or at least for the first part of the day, didn't feel like we were moving up. So didn't want to hop in late here unless you got in pretty much at the high of this wick. So I didn't do much, didn't make any plays, was just kind of keeping an eye, staying patient because I have a history of being pretty impatient, and I probably in times past would have hopped into a short somewhere down here or try to predict longs here. Either way, I waited for an entry near the top of this retracement. As we approached, I have this Fibonacci retracement that I drew from the high, and I brought it down to this low right here. I was just waiting. I know in my experience recently, NQ has pretty deep retracements, at least 50%. So I was letting it happen. I've seen retracements get up to like even 79%, 78.6%, 79%. But in this particular case, the retracement came almost perfectly to 61.8%. So I can show you my exact entries. I took 5 MNQ contracts short, and let's see the exact entry here. I got short at 14,752. So what I was doing here, I entered a little bit early, as you can see here. I set my stop pretty deep originally. Um, my original stop was right here, and I kind of was spooking myself out of it at this point. When I saw this pretty large candle, I got spooked. Even my original stop loss, which was at 14,775, even my original stop loss, these two candles here really spooked me out. And so I'll be honest with you, I was actually dragging my stop loss up to upwards of like 14,790. Definitely could have worked on that. Just stick to my original stop loss and just trust that process. But after I saw this and this big sell off, I ended up moving it right back to where it was. And then we did have this sell off. And then after I got pretty much this kind of lower high, I moved the stop to here. Not at break even just yet, but I figured at this point we had just put in a lower high, and if at any point we went above that, I would have invalidated the trade. And then I just was patient. Everything played out pretty well. A lot of selling momentum right here. Picked up very fast, and it looked as if I think if you look at it from the perspective of just like, here's a high, here's a low, here's a lower high, and now here is a lower low. So what I'm looking at here, I basically just wanted this liquidity to be taken from down here. That was my original take profit. And what I did was, as we were approaching, I kind of started to push my take profit, and I started to trail my stop loss. And so I didn't catch this last little bit of the move. I found when we started to slow up a little bit right here, I was I was really interested in just getting out. I was around $500 in profit. Ended up finishing the day just over 500 at like 515 in profit. But I'm going to be done for today. This week's been a little bit interesting. I'm still on my evaluation, and I'm still trucking along to see if I can pass this thing, but I am lowering my overall size in my contracts. I was messing around with full-sized NASDAQ or NQ contracts, and if you have one or two contracts, I mean, the swings on these things are ridiculous. I mean, you could get upwards of several hundred thousand, or even pushing like your max daily drawdown for my evaluations. And I just didn't feel like I could set proper stop losses, or, if you don't have perfect risk to reward, or if you don't have perfect stops, it can get real tricky. So just trying to stay simple. Pretty, I don't know about a textbook play, but pretty basic play today. Just shorted the lower high and just wrote it down, made a new lower low. And, I'm done by 10:45 or 10:50 today. So pretty simple trade, but just wanted to kind of go over that and where I stand. Looks like I'm currently at $2,000 in profit on my account and just about $1,000 left to go. So we will see. I'm gonna stay confident. I'm gonna keep trading around 4 to 5 MNQ contracts, and then I will see what happens tomorrow. Peace.